Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bells. Every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Now, you know, the internet has been going crazy about this TikTok video where this lady pretty much dogs out this dude because he took her to the Cheesecake Factory. Now, I don't know if I ever been to the Cheesecake Factory. If I have, it's been years ago. But I mean, I don't eat meat. You know, I don't know what they I don't know what they got. It's only one Cheesecake Factory out here, and it's pretty. I don't know. I haven't been. I don't think. But anyway, from what I hear, it's a pretty good. It's a decent restaurant. Got good food. I'm quite sure that their I guess their reservations or their business has probably went through the roof over the last few days because of this video. Now, I'm gonna come straight out and say I don't think this is real. I feel it's a skit. As a matter of fact, I think it's too many. Most of the things that pop up on my Instagram page are skits because it'd be like some crazy videos. Like, hold on, let me go to this one. Like this page called the Mocha Shade Room. That's on Instagram. Man, I'll be seeing things on here that it can't be real. For number one, for the people who are doing this, they're adults. They look like they're about my age, give or take a few years. I don't know, maybe I'm old school country, Southern, but I don't just, carry my phone around when I have conversations with people. Just, for what? I mean, what's the purpose? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like one of these posts says, woman leaves her husband of 18 years for a son. It's a whole damn like conversation with a guy supposedly holding the phone, recording his wife while she just talking to him like all nonchalant. What's another one? Woman gets licked back on her husband for cheating with 17 women and lets her side dude meets their daughter. Same thing, a whole bunch of little clips, put together, and she's talking to him like he ain't about nothing. Now I did watch a little bit of it, and I think she the one who like it's her house. She pay all the bills stuff, but he done cheated on her with so many women. Now he's like, oh, those women didn't matter, blah blah blah. Now I want to do right. So, oh no, you want to do right now? Now the tides have changed. You got to watch. It says 16-year-old confronts his mother about not knowing who his father is. Like I said, when you see this more and more and more, it just looks like video skits. Like people are just trying to be actors. People doing a lot for clicks and views and likes and internet paychecks. And they'll, give up their soul, give up their morals, whatever the case, just to be seen. I mean, you've seen people get on there and hurt people, be violent towards people, eternal violence, and do these pranks. You see these guys going here doing these pranks, but then end up getting deleted or getting beat up or hurt because everybody ain't about those pranks. But like I say, I think that this is more of a skit, but maybe it's a teaching moment, a humbling video. So I'm gonna go through it, because I do have some. I mean, I got an opinion on it, just like everyone else. So let's go to this is yahoo.com first. And it says, is the Cheesecake Factory a good date? A woman's viral video sparks discourse. It says a TikTok user at Monique L. Santos 09 post is going viral after a woman refused to leave the car when she and her date arrived at the Cheesecake Factory. According to the woman's date, the restaurant wasn't the original plan. They missed their reservation at another spot because of her lateness. It said, according to News One, the clip begins with a woman in the car. And he says, let me get the door. Matter of fact, hell no. Let me see if y'all can just hear this. Okay. Let's just do this. And we're going, come on. Go down. There we go. So let's go through this and see. Okay. So first thing is when you look at the woman, here's my first issue. If this your first date and we in the car and we driving and get to the place, I My biggest peeve, number one, is if you got your phone in your hand. If we ride in the car, we driving somewhere. Because to me, the car is like an intimate moment, to where we can listen to the radio, we can talk, discuss, we can talk about your job, how your day went, things that you feel may important, maybe some entertainment, anything. We can. This is the time where we have like break the ice kind of conversations. So even if we ain't really talking, but the radio is playing, you never know or what may be sparked, by a song, what kind of conversation. But it seems to me that this woman here has her phone on. She done went to her social media page, hit record, and is about to go. You know what I'm saying? Is about to go in. So that right there, is the first little red flag that I would have. And the whole time she's looking in the phone, she's smiling. That's one thing that we notice that women do. They look in the phone, like whether they take 1,000 pictures of themselves. A lot of times they just use it as a mirror, and they're always smiling. I guess trying to prove to themselves that they're pretty. So she's like looking in the camera.
Got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. You're not this far.
So she says she's not getting out of the car at the Cheesecake Factory. Back to the woman's appearance. Now, you want to go, if I'm going to assume I'm hearing her right, she want to go to a high-end restaurant, not a chain restaurant. Okay. And a lot of people say, well, Ruth Chris or Steakhouse or some other places that's around. They are chain restaurants. Will she not go to Ruth Chris? It's a good question. I tell you, in Dallas, they got a place called Paris. That's a nice restaurant. I don't think it's a chain. I don't know. It's only one in Dallas. And hell, everything on that menu is a la carte. You gonna spend easily a couple of $100, easy, just like I say, just off the rip. And then you add especially if you go full meal, appetizers, dessert, alcoholic beverage, regular beverage. Oh yeah, you're gonna spend a few $100 easy. Plus your tip. I mean, you're gonna spend money. And service is great, so I get it. So yeah, so like I say, Ruth's Chris, I don't know. I think she's being but if you want to go, so she expected to go somewhere like Paris. First thing is, wouldn't y'all discuss where y'all going before you even get in the car and go on a date, right? Like seriously, wouldn't you be like, hey, be ready? Now I know sometimes you might want to do like a surprise date, but I mean, if it's the first date, I would believe that, you would say, hey, I got reservations for this place, because that's what he's going to tell her. I got reservations for this place. It's at 5:00, so be ready. I've done that before where I have set a reservation and yet, my date or whatever wasn't on time. So I had to cancel reservation. Yeah, I was upset. I was upset, said, don't worry about it. We'll go somewhere else some other time. Boom. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave it at that because I don't think it's right. Look, if I told you it was a reservation, so I can understand her point on, him being downstairs, say he waiting an hour. I mean, not understand it, but women are women. Women, gonna be late. A lot of time, fashionably late. They taking their time, getting dressed, thinking that they got to get perfect. Being in the mirror, all nervous. My hair is not right. This ain't the third. But this young lady's hair, although she got braids, it's not laid down at the greatest. And then too, this outfit that she has on, you can't see the whole outfit. But from where she's sitting, it doesn't look like it fits well, because her cleavage, just the top part of her cleavage, is not fitting with the dress. If it's a dress, it look like a swimsuit. Tell you the truth, from the top, and then the purple makeup, green dress. I'm sorry, you just not dressed to go no high end. I mean, you look like you need to be going to a Cheesecake Factory or to a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes. Would you want me to open the door for you?
And then next thing is she locks the dude out of his own cart. Are you crazy? There's no way in hell, man. Look at her. Get out, open the door. You won't open the door. You ain't gonna lock it. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, and you got your keys in your hand. Shoot, I'll go ahead, unlock it, try to open. Now, if she try to keep the door closed, now we got a problem. And it's gonna be like, what's the deal? And that's where the conflict escalates. So undoubtedly, this is why I say this is a skit, because undoubtedly, one, he left his car keys in the ignition. Because that's the only way. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's an electric car. If it's an electric car, then forgive me. I don't know nothing about Teslas. But for old regular guy like me who drives a regular car, you take that key out the ignition, you open that door, that driver's side door and close it, ain't no windows coming down. So, like I said, to me, how does she even let the window down? Because like I said, if I'm getting the door for I'm taking my keys out, walking around, and like I said, if I pull the door and it don't unlock, I got the key in my hand, let me unlock it and open it. We go from there. But no, he pull on the door and then she let the window down. It's like, dude, what the hell? And hold on.
You're recording me?
And man, look here, I'm not gonna go through this whole video because I mean, talk about a sister. I mean, I see she's not like in the best of shape, but that's not a problem. I mean, her face is kind of round. You know what I'm saying? Got this dude, I think he's Middle Eastern, or he might be Hispanic. I'm not sure. But like I say, dude, he is leaning in his own car talking to this woman while all she's doing is planning her hair and smiling and looking into the camera and thinks she's doing something.
On the first day. Is that right? I mean, you're supposed to. Look at
this.
When you take out a beautiful woman, I get courted. So you're courting her, right?
So she got these long braids. Like I said, there's 2 little dress on, these hoop earrings that she probably got from the beauty supply store. Same place she got these braids. This purple lipstick that don't go with her. I'm sorry. Man, you know what? The sister's pretty. Let me say that. Let me say that. She's not, I'm not saying she's bad looking. I'm not saying she's dressed bad. What I'm saying is for what she's asking for, her presentation should have been just a little better. That's all I'm saying. Like, I mean, because he got on like a regular polo shirt. Like I said, I don't know what kind of car this is, but they got a moon roof. So it might be a Tesla. I don't know. But like I say, for a first date, you know what? I don't know about how much these dates cost now, or what a lot of these women expecting. But for a first date, somebody you met, and she talking about you courting, and this is a first date. So undoubtedly that I had conversations, trying to get to know each other, right? I done been on first dates, and it started out with maybe going to McDonald's for a cup of coffee. And I don't even drink coffee. Seriously. Or going to like a pancake house for breakfast, something intimate, quiet, like, somewhere not a lot of people, not really busy. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere that we can sit here and actually, even Starbucks, sit outside of Starbucks and talk. Just somewhere that we can just talk and have, small talk and get to know each other and feel each other out. That's how courting starts. I don't know. Like I say, she looks like she can be in her 30s or 40s. And if she know about courting, or like my grandma used to say, courting, when you courting somebody, shoot, it's a process. Because if you start out with $200, $300 first date, I mean, what's the limit? It's like, so because first of all, right now you are showing. This is probably why you don't have too many dates. And it's people say talking about people courting you. Well, hell, he's courting you too. So undoubtedly, a lot of your dates ain't turned to date number 2, 3, or 4. If you expecting someone to take you somewhere that's going to run him a couple of $100 easy, just on appetizers and drinks. Something wrong there, man. Something, especially in this day and age when this economy is the inflation and how much, the price of everything has went up over the last few years. I think some of these folks just got it twisted. Got it twisted. See, look at you, like ladies, when you're getting courted, things start small. They progress. This is probably why you should try to date someone when you're young, in your teens, early 20s. So y'all can start off, both of y'all starting off with nothing. And then the relationship builds. So then when y'all get to the point of wanting to get married and starting a family, you appreciate the days before, the times before then, when your dates were going to Wendy's, or McDonald's, getting a value meal, after you got paid because you was working at the grocery store or you working at McDonald's or somewhere. So Friday night, Saturday night, y'all about to go out on your date. You got paid. So you go somewhere, hell, maybe even be able to go to IHOP, but go somewhere, spend, get a nice little quick little meal on the way to the movies. Or you can go to a movie that, where you can eat inside of the movies. But that's what courting is. Starting there, starting small, and then working your way up to a legitimate relationship to where you're going to a Cheesecake Factory, or to a Bruce Chris, or maybe up to a Paris to where he's probably going to propose to you. Stuff that's what courting is. Courting is not off the rip going to an expensive restaurant or going somewhere like one of these ladies, what did it say, went and bought like 40 raw oysters, said that on the first, like the guy was been trying to talk to her for a long time, and then they finally went out on a date. I mean, he's been trying to talk to her and text her, and she not responding. And she finally responded so they can go out and they go somewhere, and then she eats like 40 raw oysters and a bunch of stuff. And so he like excuses himself and he dipped and he leave the bill for her. Now you got people mad at him. Well, I'm not mad at him, but I do blame him for what happened, because there's no way in hell I'm gonna be calling, texting anyone, any woman for extended periods of time and she not reply back and not show me no interest. I mean, now I know people say, man, I tried and not talk to her, and I kept talking and this, that, and the third, and tried to get in and got rejected. And finally she went on a date with me. That happens, because a man's supposed to chase. It's about the chase. With us, it's about the chase. It is. That's one of our strengths, and which could be considered a weakness too. So then once we get that conquest, should we go all out for them? But we're not going to allow you to misuse us like that too. So that's why he, dipped on them. But again, like I said, it's about starting with small steps and then moving up. And then back to the origin of the cheesecake video, like the guy told her that, he got to a place at 4, but you didn't come downstairs for another hour. And that's disrespectful right then and there. It's like, hey, y'all should have already said what time you're gonna leave. Now, he said I'll be at your place at 4:00. If that's what he gonna tell her, then he should also said, because we got reservations at 5. Oh, okay. Well, then she'll be like, okay, well, I'll be ready. But he just said I'll be there at 4:00, and then he's just sitting there waiting. That's a disrespect. I get there at 4:00 and you ain't ready. I may give you 10 minutes, 15 minutes. After a while, I'm getting pissed. We rolling. But he, did right, still try to be a gentleman and do right by her and sat there an hour. Then they went to the Cheesecake Factory and then she did this. So, but in the end, I think he did the right thing. And he, she said she expect men to do certain things like to go all out, but yet you was hanging all out with your cleavage and stuff and that little bitty dress you got on. But you don't think that you should be, covered up, respectful, respectable looking, this, that, and the third. It's like a one-way street. You feel that a man should just be happy to date you and should go all out just because you are, a nice looking woman. There are millions upon billions of women in this world. Just like there are millions upon billions of men that are in this world. I mean, just because he meets you don't mean that you the one that's for him and vice versa. And there's like a bunch of women that he can go and waste his time with. Well, I don't say waste his time, spend quality time and have a nice time with. So why would he want to deal with somebody who come across from the jump with this stank attitude? But again, I think it's just not a real video. I think it's just a skit. There's just too many telltale signs in there that the way you can tell it's like a skit. Let's see.
You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right? Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do. I agree.
I don't agree with that. Not on the first date. I mean, not the whole cherish and cover her, but you take a woman out, she's your responsibility. Yes. You treat her like a woman. You treat her respectful. I understand that. But the way she's saying and what's the other stuff that she's saying, that's more of someone when you're like, damn near, if you're not married, But like just for a date, man, we're going out on a date. If something happened, I can handle it. I'm not going to take penitentiary and cemetery chances over somebody who don't appreciate Cheesecake Factory. But I'm going to do what a man's supposed to do to make sure we get home safely. That's all. That's all. That's it. I ain't finna do nothing outrageous or nothing like that.
I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself to keep you safe, to respect on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be a cooperator, and at least
I would have never been on this TV. I mean, really, I wouldn't have had this conversation on live because I think I would have went off. I would have said something, throw it off, but it would have been respectful. But it would have said something, but to make you think.
What did I do that wasn't cooperative? Well, I mean, even when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand. I mean, it's too early for that. Okay. Yeah, I can respect that. When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not there yet. Okay. And then
she says she don't know you yet, but yet she wants you to spend. Yeah, I do believe this. That must be a Tesla, little electric car. I didn't hear him crank it up or anything. But anyway, y'all, hey, that's enough. Y'all want to watch this? Y'all know where to find it. Look it up. Tell me what y'all think about this video. Again, like I said, I think it's a skit. I'm quite sure it's a skit. Quite sure it's not real. It just, I don't know. But in the grand scheme of things, the lesson in it is, fellas, ladies, courting starts from the bottom. Period. Stop. If you want to have a long-lasting relationship, men and women, if you want to have long-lasting relationships, and nothing is guaranteed to last forever, but what I'm saying is you start out with the basics. You start out, talking, talking on the phone, go to the park and talk. Like I say, go to a coffee shop, something small, something not expensive, because the first things you want to do is get to know the person. So what if he was crazy? What if he was a serial killer or a person who violates women sexually on a regular basis and got big money? And he says, hey, let's go. You want to go out? And you say, yes. And you say, where you want to go? We'll take you anywhere you want to go because you're so beautiful and this, that, and the third. And you just eating that crap up. And then you say, oh, I want to go to Paris. Okay, that's great. So then you go, he take you to Paris, he wine and dine you. The bill is like $300, $400, $500. And then you get to the house and then he's ready. He's looking for something physical to happen. And you ain't with that. So what he does is you won't give it to him, so he takes it. And then for some reason, the least that happened is that you violated. The most that can happen is you're not seen anymore. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? You can't say that it was. Or even if somebody say talk good words to you and you have a great date and he leave and he take you upstairs and this and the third and you think everything was good and you bragging about how you took this dude for his money and eating and stuff like that, and then next thing you know, he shows up back at your house uninvited or shows back up in your house and you're not understanding what happened. And like I say, things happen and you end up getting hurt, violated, and or deleted and missing. Is it worth it? There are people out here who ain't playing when it comes to their emotion and their feelings. You can't be so stuck on yourself that you don't see everything around you. If a guy's offering you something, you pay attention to it. Pay attention to the man. Pay attention to his emotions, his mannerism, things that he do and saying how he acts. Don't pay so much attention to his money and what he has and what he drives. Like I said, this might be, like I said, Tesla. So she might think this dude got a lot of money. So she might feel that he shouldn't have no problem spending a lot of money on her. Well, the problem is he might have a lot of money, but he makes a lot of money for himself. He don't go to work just so he can find women to trick off of and waste his money on. He wants to go somewhere, have a good time. He respects his time and his money, and he wants you to do the same thing. Ladies, that's how we think. Respect. There's two things that men just can't compromise, and that's time and money, because we either have it, if we got it, we either worked hard for it, or we don't have a lot of it. And we're working hard for it, so we don't have a lot of time, we don't have a lot of money, or we have a lot of money, but we ain't got a lot of time. But if we got a lot of money, it's because we spend a lot of time making that a lot of money. So it goes hand in hand. So we need you to respect all of it. Anyway, tell me what you think about this video. Leave your comments below and then share it with the world. And with that being said, I'll leave you in peace. And I'll see you